On water. Over $20 billion on water. Under the Spark program, which is to deal with roads, we change the road policy. We don't only build roads. We build a utility corridor. The utility of public transportation for vehicles and buses, the utility for internet broadband cables to be run, the utility of water and sewage. So whenever we are going to do roads, we pay close attention to the water infrastructure. So we're going to be spending about $2.5 billion, when I said this year, within the budget year to come, on pipes for the Spark program. When persons hear about the NHD, they only think about housing. But the NHD is going to be spending close to $1 billion on improving existing housing infrastructure, including the water supply to those housing schemes, which will include water and sewage. Then we have rural water, and rural water has been doing an amazing job with the small little projects all over Jamaica. The little entombments and springs and solar pumps and school catchment, all kinds of little programs. They're going to be spending about $1 billion in small projects. The Jamaica Social Investment Fund, they are going to be spending another significant amount on water projects in communities right across Jamaica. But what I like about this now is that for the first time in a long while, the NWC has been able to fund water projects out of its budget. This year, the government is going to step up to the plate and put, I'm not going to say how much until the budget is read, but we're going to put in a lot of money into water projects to support the NWC. Already, the NWC has $7.3 billion of projects under contract, meaning that they have gone through project development, they have gone through procurement, and now they have signed contracts with the various contractors to execute, like this one. All that they are waiting on now is for the budget to be read and the warrant to be issued so that they can say, all right, contractor, I mobilize you. I give you some money to start. And that, is a little process that we go through. We read the budget.
I don't know why the notification don't vote anymore.
But the NWC,
fine what we're going with it.
So that them can get on with the $7.3 billion. But more than that, they already have $2.9 billion
over YouTube also,
in procurement, which is additional to the 7.3. So we have works lined up technically. Every week I could be doing a groundbreaking, a commissioning, or a contract signing. And once they get into that train, those projects are underway. Yeah. And that is how this government works. So when they come to you with the negativity about nothing go on, you may not see what is happening. But it's not just the groundbreaking, which is a snap of a finger. No. We have been working for years before, ensuring that we can secure the revenues to do the projects the right ways, do all the checks and system balances, and make sure that there is no corruption in it. That when the projects are delivered, they are sustainable and they will endure for years. So when you see groundbreaking, we have been working 2 years, 3 years before bringing it through a process. And we have all kinds of projects, not in a pipeline. Our projects are on a track. So we have a train line of projects to come.
Romain, you have a cause to feed for Romain, man. You understand how you find the way. Yes.
Now, recently, last week, I was in South St. James, and I stopped at a lovely community called Roehampton. And a gentleman there accosted me, as well as a few very beautiful young ladies who surrounded me and defended me as well. But both the person who accosted me and those who embraced me had a similar concern: water. This is a community that has not had water in decades. In fact, one of the young ladies told me that she never born come say potable water, piped water. But the expectation of this generation of Jamaicans is much higher, because we live in a global community. We don't want to have to be going outside the standpipe and outside bathroom.
Like for my golden constituency.
Inside. Yes, that's the standard. And that's why the NWC has the target of the 85% coverage of the island. But more than that, this young lady who told me that she worked at one of the popular supermarkets in St. James, she said to me, Prime Minister, I have to pay $9,000 every week to fill my tank. And that is, when she said it to me, I could understand the anger. She don't care, and maybe rightfully so, that the government is spending over $20 billion on water. She don't care that projects are being done. What she wants to see is when the water is going to reach her gate. So I took the time to try and explain what we were doing. The good thing was that for that community, a few months before, I had gone to the area of Shettlwood, and we had broken ground for a $660 million water supply project from Shettlwood to Anchovy that would bring water all along that route, which would include the people of Roehampton. So my friends in Roehampton that I visited last week, if you are listening to this, I want you to be assured that there was a little delay. And the delay had to do with pipes and other contracting issues. Those have been resolved. And the acting president of the NWC has assured me that work has resumed in the area, and that in 3 to 4 months, the people of Roehampton should be able to be connected to the system. But just to be clear,
Chica, that goes without saying.
We'll have another 12 months to be completed, because a big project, $660 million, and it includes the installation of not just pipes, but several sophisticated pumps that we are now using to ensure that those pumps last longer and are more energy efficient. So, to that young lady, I went back to my desk, I checked on the project, and I made sure that it was back on track and that you will get your water. But I also looked into the budget to see how we can help
Shika,
who have to be paying for water because the utility doesn't reach them, for which water is taking up a significant part of their small income. And we are going to be making some announcements in the budget when it comes around as to how we're going to assist those persons. So I want Jamaica to understand that you have an active government. A listening government. We're not afraid of the people, so we go face them. We take the cussing because we understand, that sometimes the people themselves are just frustrated. They don't know, and so you have to take the time to teach. So you notice anytime I talk, I try to bring the knowledge and the information and bring it to the people.
Bring it to the people.
Because Jamaicans are, at their core, understanding people. So I have explained it here, and I'm going to explain it again, and I have given the information to the Member of Parliament, and I have tasked him to go and find those people and give them the information so that they understand. I use this as an example because there are many communities in Jamaica, even though we cover 78% of these communities, 90% if you take the overall water system. But that 10% that doesn't have water is very frustrating. And we are working rapidly to increase the NWC's footprint, not just in terms of the expansion like what we're doing here, but to improve the reliability and efficiency of the system. We're going to reach you. For those communities who have been suffering for decades, don't believe that you are left out. Sometimes we have been accused as a government as not communicating everything that we're doing. But, I don't agree with that. Between JIS, OPM comms, and the various communications arm of the ministries, every day we put out information. Every day. People are not interested. There is a saying, not everything that the public is interested in is in the public's interest. Sometimes we spend a lot of time consuming false information, negative information, and today it's very difficult to figure out what is true and what is not because people are trying to mislead you. My job in this environment, therefore, is to come out and speak up and put on events like these and use up the traditional and the non-traditional media to bring it to you in ways that you can understand and appreciate. So don't sit back in your community and don't go and search for the true information. The information is up on website and on my page and all over to see when your community is going to be dealt with. The government of Jamaica will bring water to everybody's yard. Yes. But we can't do it all the same time. In the budget debate, I urge you to listen to it. I'm going to take the time, as I have done budget debates and budget debates before, to call out the names of communities that are on the plan for water.
Hear me, people. Listen to the budget debate. Start March 11th.
Operations of the NWC oversight will be given the task to specifically update all of these communities with where we are in the plan. Whether you are in the concept development, which is the planning phase, whether you are in the design phase, after you develop the concept, then you have to go and do the specific design. And then when you finish that, you go to another phase that they now call public investment, where they go and interrogate the project to see if it makes sense, if it's a waste of taxpayers' money, if it deserves to be funded. And then after it passes that phase, then it goes to the procurement, meaning that we have to publicly advertise for somebody to actually come and do the works, and we take the best tender. And then after we do that, then we go to contracting. We have to go sign up legal document to say, yes, we're going to give you the work and you will get the budget to do it. And then after that, then you have the time it takes to actually execute the work. And then after that, we have the commissioning. So don't believe that nothing are going on. No things are going on. Take the time and find out what is happening for you.
Bless up, Alpha.
And Minister, I know you have been doing an excellent job, but we are in the period now where we have to make the people know. Because without information, the people will perish. Without true information, the people will perish. So, my friends in Whitehall and Newmarket, thank you so much for turning out. Thank you for the hospitality and the wonderful welcome. God bless you. Water is life.
That was Prime Minister Andrew Holness.
Thank you, Prime Minister. Come on, put your hands together.
What else
one
is
more time.
going on? Let's see who else we can speak. This is the
As we allow some of that to using a water term to sink in, we're gonna now take some entertainment. The youngsters would have prepared for the most honorable Prime Minister, and we want to allow them a chance to shine as well.
as the Prime Minister said, gentle people. Information is out. Information is out. TC, come TC, send me a request and come. Apparently you want to have a talk. Come TC, send me a request and come. Can you have a discussion? Come TC, today is the day, come. Come to TC, come on, send a request and yeah, one and come to TC, now wait. Going once. Going twice. All right, get TC out of me, please. They say that is the again. Now there's no chance to come and defend any points. I have no chance to come on and have no chance to defend, make no point. I do not black or blue people because of their political belief. None of that mean. I welcome political beliefs. I love them. I like it. But when you come here, you can't put your own thoughts together. Right? And you can't put your own thoughts together.
And so we'll be taking young Miss Granston from the
All right,
Beersheba
somebody said they want to
School
hear the
first,
first point.
and then the home school gets to take the feature presentation. That's Happy Grove Primary and Infant, beg your pardon. So please make welcome Beersheba Primary. She is to stage left, so turn your attention that way, please.
What that man is doing?
A holy thinking a moral rebellion. Some sharp. What that he can man? One love. Me say one love, one people, and one heritage. Talk me a talk, me nan yam no bread. Manly from the PMP. Marcus was a boy rasta. Him is a man when a yam pasta. Georgie businessman. Him work hard, he never believe in a scam. Alexander, Bustamante from the Jamaica Labour Party. Alexander Bustamante from the Jamaica Labour Party. One love, me say one love, one people, and one heritage. Talk me a talk, me nah yam no bread. Me proud of the heroes them fight for we, them free we from slavery. One love, me say one love, one people, and one heritage. Talk me a talk, me nah yam no bread.
There you go. Now the both now shot in a white man head. And she curry now come up a white man. Tell you. That was definitely a stone at market. Definitely a stone. Right. Who, if I might add, today, still styling and the levels of corruption, ravaging black people will be brought at the stage.
Sound the alarm, blow the trumpet. Sound the alarm, blow the trumpet. Water we want, water we get. Water we want, water we get. Long time we not get no running water. Thank God, we water crisis over. Water for the people that community them. Water for the something of school garden. No more empty jama. Road now head.
I can't alone. I don't know. I don't know.
No more.
And what? Why? Am I right? Yes.
Election was coming up. What they would have done was going with some post-dated checks. And if they lost the election, they're going to be able to change the check.
Can't do that.
If they, when it, them start with them, and you know the whole Finlandia, that is what that constituency benefited from throughout the 30 years. There's absolutely no road, no water. But they benefited nothing from the 30 years more than tricks and cons and scams.
But that is what the PNP has always offered. And it's not the first. Even in Angela Brown's constituency, you remember they told the story that before 2007 election, they took all to fix the road. When they lose the election, they took up all and fix the road. And that was a constituency that still voted for them. Even though they lost the election, that constituency still voted for them. It happened down in South Central, I think it was, this other constituency. They dropped Mal to fix road the night before election. After election, they take it back. That's how the PNP operate. The PNP don't believe in development. The only time the PNP remember the word poor. Yeah. Only time the PNP remember the word poor is when they are in opposition. You don't remember poor in the government. And it was grab with themselves.
And it is just regular with every other thing. When you go through these constituencies and it's same thing, no road, no water, poverty, and they have it is basically one of the red baskets that come that constituency. Nice pineapples, nice green bananas. The green bananas are really soft and nice. But they have nothing to show for 30 years.
Yeah, it's in tandem with the people of Westmoreland. Westmoreland people, and yes, has been there, has been supporting the PNP for decades.